What's happening, you guys? All right, I'm currently sitting at Love's in Ellsworth, Iowa. I'm on my way to Toma, Wisconsin. Got a little bit of time I'm burning off before I make my delivery tonight, so figured why not go ahead and do a little clip on something that was on the video I just posted on my main channel. It's an excerpt from the vlog post that I just put on there from the pickup for this load that I have now. I just going to be a little shorter one for those of you guys who are in trucking, particularly those of you guys who are not so experienced truckers or newer to the industry. Just got a couple little tips here. One, as far they're both related to truck backings. First one's going to be something you might want to try to avoid doing when you're doing your setup for a backing for any kind of just standard backing. And the other one will be how not to spot for a driver who is doing the backing. All right, so kind of go into some details on that. Not trying to pick on the people who are in this video. It's going to be a Sierra England team with a Walmart dedicated trailer. So yeah, I'll just kind of pick apart, what the issues are there. Mind you, the driver is probably a trainee. It's expected they're going to make mistakes, but the trainer should have been. The trainer was spotting, and I'm not a fan of the way the trainer was spotting. It was absolutely worthless as a spotter, as far as I was concerned. So let's get to that. I'll show you how that's what the concern is there, why I think it's a concern, and what personal experience I have with that kind of issue there too. All right, guys. So we'll start right with this here. Now this is the truck in question. It's a Sierra England truck with a Walmart dedicated trailer. I will have some comments in there in the footage too, but I'm mainly going to talk over the top of it. So at the moment here, I'm not aware of what's going on with this guy. Let me go ahead and back up, show you where originally we were looking at here. Okay, so I look like I'm looking in that general direction. I'm mainly looking for a spot to back in myself to, though. I'm not paying enough attention to this guy. They were moving forward. For all I know, they were on the way out to the exit. And the concern there is all that space right there. When you set up a backing and you have all that kind of space there, expect people to do stupid things like drive behind your trailer as you're starting to back up because they don't know what you're doing. I think they had the four ways. Yeah, they got the four ways on, which is good, but they are so far away from the way they're positioned right there. You wouldn't even think they're backing up if you're an experienced driver. It just looks like they're on the way over to. This is the Walmart DC in Colton, California. Right over here is where the lane is that you use to go exit or dock in over on the 100 row. This is the 200 row right here. So me focus mainly on my left, but I'm only paying half attention to what he's doing. I don't know that he's trying to back, and especially with that kind of a setup, I'm more apt to think he's not backing. So I didn't catch it right away. Kind of foolish on me on that part, for one. But again, people are going to do stupid things when you leave that kind of space. Don't give them that opportunity to do that. Always, block the lane as much as you can when you're doing your backings. When you're doing your backing setup, so nobody can drive past you on either side, whether it's in front, around the side, your right side, or behind you. Either way, it's a hazard if someone starts trying to go by you. Okay, now you see here, he's starting to back. But the problem is, I got my head over here to the left looking for a spot to put my own trailer into. So I don't know that he's trying to back until right there, looking straight ahead. Now I realize what he's doing. And see, now I have two options there. Either go ahead and finish my setup and be an asshole to him and go ahead and back into my spot and say to hell with you, or just back up like I did here and stay out of his space until he gets done with his thing, and then because I need that space for my own backing there. I need the space. This area over here out to the right of that bobtail is not a good spot for me to try to line up my trailer with my desired spot. Just wait on him, see what he's up to. I need his area that he's in for setup space anyway. Okay, now see, you can see the driver, the spotter get out. I assume this is the trainer. Now, if you're going to be spot for a driver, don't do this. What good are you as a spotter way over here? Now watch. See how far off this guy's off tracking? and he's off tracking even more here. You do no good whatsoever back there. There's nothing that you can see there that the driver cannot see. Now, the driver can see over there. Let them worry about the side side. As far as the blind side is concerned, okay, yeah, it's good to see what's going on in the blind side, but general rule, don't ever stand behind the trailer. Second, why do you need to be right there? Why can't you stand over here in a spot where you can see the driver from close by, and where they can look at, see you through the door window or something, or even through their front windshield, and you're in a position to gesture. And with it being at night too, now I'm gonna let you guys know I've been hit twice. Both times at night. Both times they had spotters. So the first time I got hit was at the Pilot in Santa Rosa, New Mexico. The guy had a spotter, but two things here. The window was up, and that's one of my pet peeves. Don't ever back with your windows up. Always have them down, and it's exactly this thing here. And it was also at night, not well lit, and I hate to bring up the race thing, but the spotter was a black man. Even if it was a white man spotting, you're going to have a hard time figuring out what signals you're giving. But you get a black man at night trying to spot for you, yeah, good luck trying to figure out what hand signals they're trying to give you. Let's be real here. Like I said, even it could have been me out there at night spotting, and you would have still had a problem seeing what the hell I was trying to gesture to you. So you're absolutely worthless, especially at night in this position here. Get up here to the front. Always be in a position where they can see you through your rear view mirror or the door window or the windshield, preferably through the window or windshield though. And then also you want to absolutely must have that window down. I had a teammate when I was young, an inexperienced driver myself, Sierra England driver, coincidentally. We were switching seats. He dropped me off, and I went to run inside while he went to back. I thought he was good enough at backing, and turned out, he had a backing accident while I was inside the building. And in his particular case, there was a woman on her way to her truck. She was waiting for him to finish what he was doing so she could get to her truck, and she saw him about to hit the truck that was parked next to the Catskill over at the Pilot in Belmont, Arizona. And she tried to yell for him to stop because she saw what was going to happen. Yeah, guess what? He didn't hear her, or he had no idea that she was even there trying to get his attention. Why? Because his window was up. So get that damn window down. And like I said, if you're going to spot, don't be back here. You have no use whatsoever back there. That second time I got hit was when I was waiting in the staging area at the Ralph's Distribution Center in Compton, California. Guy was backing in over on my right side. If you know anything about that place, it's a slanted blind side type of spots there you're trying to back into. The guy had a spotter. He was behind the trailer. I'm like, what the hell are you doing back there? What good are you back there? And the guy even tried to whistle for the driver to stop because he was back there where the driver couldn't even see him. Same exact situation where the driver is off tracking and can't possibly see the spotter. The spotter whistles and not loud enough. And next thing you know, my passenger side mirror gets pushed inward toward the cab. Thankfully no damage was done. It just pushed the housing in, and all I had to do was pull it right back out and double check there was no issues, and we were on our merry way. But yeah, there's so many times where you can have a spotter and find out you can still have a backing accident because the spotter's not doing their job properly. This is one of these cases. You are completely useless as a spotter back there. What the fuck are you doing standing over there, spotter? Get over where the damn driver can see you. The spotter's way over here by the blindside tandems, and freaking driver can't even see. What do you know? Unless he's the driver of that Covenant truck, I don't know. Okay, I will say whoever's driving this truck, it looks like they're doing a pretty decent job with backing control. So, this is what kind of makes me wonder, is because I used to be in that fleet myself, and I think they do have some team trucks. The team trucks are mostly trainer-trainee trucks, though. But I think they did have some teams there as well. So, just by the way this guy's backing kind of makes me think he actually has an idea of what he's doing, but just has that bad setup. Just didn't have a good setup there. So anyway. All right, so yeah, I know some of you super truckers don't like that I'm all preachy and stuff on my channel. That's the whole point of my channel, guys. Most of the people who come to my main channel are tended to be people who don't even have a CDL and are trying to get insights from me on. I get so many times I get like friends or family or whoever. Hey, what are some of the things that you guys experience that piss you off that we do, that we might not realize we're doing? That's one of the big things about why I post the kind of stuff I post here on my Clips channel. And And what originally got people interested in my main channel was that double blindside truck backing that I have is my number one video. That's over 600,000 views as of right now. Sometimes back in the day, it used to be every so often I'd get people asking me for backing help because they could tell I knew how to back. So I would give them help with personal one-on-one kind of help as much as I could on like online or whatever, through phone calls or whatever, or personal messages. So yeah, I figured that's what this clips channel should really be used for. Is to, it's not just for entertainment. There is some entertainment there, like what kind of interesting stuff we encounter on our daily travels, but also what pisses us off, or make my channel useful. But how can this be of use to some other people who might find some value in it that might make their own trekking experiences better? So that's who I'm aiming my content at. So if you're an experienced trucker and you just think I'm like one of the know-it-alls, well, I don't really give a shit, because generally those guys who call me the know-it-all are usually the idiots who don't know what they're talking about anyway. So I don't really care. And this is just my world, and the way I see it. You feel free to disagree with me on some stuff. We have different philosophies and stuff on how things get done. I'm sure some people who might have some different ideas on what you saw here. But like I said, my own experiences tell me that everything you saw here is how not to do your backing setups and how not to spot for another trucker when they're doing their backing. All right. I've had other truckers also talk about how they tell me about how they have issues with truckers driving behind them while they're trying to back. Well, don't leave that space for them. And then, or with all the people will drive around the right side of them where their tractor has to maneuver to control the trailer, and it's a high risk of hitting somebody there. So don't leave the space. If you don't leave space for them to work with, they can't do it in the first place. All right. That's all I got. Hope you guys got some useful info out of this. We'll have some more clips content, compilations, and other stuff coming up hopefully pretty soon, probably within the next day. See ya.